Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever this video might be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again, bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that is mine. I recently had the opportunity to head down to Naples, Florida, not far from where I live, to attend a Seiko watch event at Exquisite Timepieces down there in Naples. Those of you familiar with the Random Rob channel will recognize that name. They have been sending Rob many watches over time for him to review and enjoy, and maybe one or two of them got to tour, but and I got to go down there, and I met up with quite a few YouTubers, two or three. Rob, of course, was there with his lovely wife. Floridian was there. Shout out to Floridian. You will see him on my channel occasionally and on Random Rob's channel. And another gentleman named Nitto. And we all bought watches. Rob bought a watch. I bought one, this one. Floridian bought one, and Nitto bought one. We were all entered into a drawing. If you bought a Seiko watch, for every $500 you spent, you got a ticket in a drawing to win a Honda Cub little mini motorcycle kind of thingy. And Rob won. Random Rob won the motorcycle. Go figure. But if I had won, I was going to sell it to him anyway, so he would have won either way. I think Floridian or Nitto probably would have kept the bike, but I wasn't going to keep the bike. Anyway, here's the box. And as you can see, this is an SPB381 J1, a Prospex stainless steel automatic. And inside the, I'll admit, slightly upgraded box from your standard Seiko 5 stuff. We have, paperwork. We have the booklet with the warranty card, stamped Exquisite Timepieces. So that's nice. We have the hang tag, Prospex hang tag. And we have the manual for the 6R54 movement and nothing else. The inner box has the watch and nothing else. Nice pillow. And here we have the SPB 381. I sort of walked into Exquisite on the evening of the event with an agenda. I had a list of 6 different watches that I wanted to look at, but after looking at 3 or 4 of them, I eliminated them. And it basically came down to this watch and the black version of this one, which I believe is the SPB383. And I got plenty of black watches. I got plenty of dive watches that look like Rolex Submariners. I even have a Submariner. I reviewed it on this channel. But I don't have a lot of green watches. And I really like this green. See if I can zoom in on the dial here. It's really a beautiful, glossy green, a very rich green. And I just said, yeah, this is the one. I was working with Tyler, who is someone Random Rob works with, and it was recommended I work with Tyler. I had worked previously with Nick. So shout out to the entire, Nick and Tyler and the entire crew at Exquisite. They treated us and continue to treat us very well. My father used to work with Nick, actually. But Tyler gave me a good price, and I paid it, and I walked out. I couldn't wear the watch out because he was very busy. The whole crew was very busy. And this is a pin and collar bracelet, as you can see here. See? Pins and collars. And I'd take 3 links out. So I sized it when the next morning when I got home. If it had been screws, maybe he could have done it for me there, but I did not get to wear the watch home, but no big deal. I've been wearing it ever since. Everything about, I've had less expensive Seikos. This is my first Seiko that was, above 4 figures. And you can definitely see where the money goes when you crack past the SKX line or the 5KX line, and you start getting into these Prospex units that break the $1,000 barrier. I mean, they have a great heft to them. This one comes with drilled lugs, which makes things a little easier. The finishing is better on the bezel insert. It even appears that the bezel pip lines up with the indices on the inside of the watch, which, it's a running Seiko joke that it's an authentic Seiko when the bezel, the bezel is about a 0.5 millimeter off the dial. Unsigned crown at the 4 o'clock, but it's a good size crown. Coinage, well, not really coinage, more like a sawtooth kind of bezel. Or pie cut bezel, I think would be a better. And beautiful bezel action. I hope you can hear that. It's very crisp. It's very smooth. Dare I say, Submariner-like. And it's just a beautifully finished watch. I mean, it's still not at the level of the really high-end Seikos or the King Seiko or the Grand Seiko. It's not Zaratsu polished, but definitely a cut above the 5KX and all the competitors to the SKX and the 5KX. It has a double lock clasp. You have the fold over, the twin button release, nicely milled out clasp, stainless steel as you can see, signed clasp. It's on the other end. Genius. Very nicely linked together. It's still a little jingle jangle, but not bad. 4 micro adjusts. And as I said, it's a pin and collar bracelet. Not my favorite thing to work with, but I've gotten used to working with pin and collar. And it's not a chore like it used to be. I've learned a trick or two that make it a little easier. And you'll notice it's a GMT as well as a full 200-meter diver. This is, after all, a modern reinterpretation of the 1968-62 Mas dive watch that Seiko put out. Of course, this adds a GMT function to it, which makes it an even better, more useful watch. It is a screw-down crown. It does release with a pop that you can hear and feel. You have a date window at the 4:30 position. So one click allows you to turn in one direction, set the date, turns in the other direction, sets the GMT. Pull the second click, it's the setting mode, it hand winds, it hacks. It is a 6R54 movement, so it is a very nicely uprated movement from even the 6R15. Crown screws in very easily, and of course, you still have that fantastic bezel action. Click. No slop once it locks in. Nicely integrated bracelet end links. They are solid end links. Not quick release on the spring bars, but with the drilled lugs, it is easy to get things out. Solid case back. You have the Prospex logo at the bottom. And it is a screw down case back. So beautifully done. 72-hour power reserve on this watch, so it will run and run and run, and it's running very accurately right now. I put this thing on the time graph and it was like plus 10 seconds, which is well within, Seiko spec. As I said, stainless steel case, stainless steel bracelet, pin and collar links, sapphire crystal, as you would expect if you're paying that much money and you're getting a hard leg. Somebody's doing it wrong. It is a flat crystal. 120 click bezel, as I've been demonstrating, and it is a ceramic insert. 200 meter water resistance. I mean, you can read that right there on the dial. 42 millimeter case. It fits me beautifully. 48.6 lug to lug. 20 millimeter lug width. 12.9 millimeters thick. I'll give you a wrist shot so you can see what it looks like on my... I remeasured. I've lost some weight recently, thank God. My wrist size is down to 7 and an 1/8 inch. Although some of my watches that were sized to my 7 1/4 inch wrist still fit me without playing with them. Go figure. But it fits my wrist beautifully and looks great doing it. I'd say with a 42 millimeter and the relatively short lug to lug, someone with a wrist down to 6.5 certainly could wear it. Maybe even 6 1/4. I don't know. Depends on how you like to wear your watches, really. But a really good pickup for me. Now, I'm sorry picking this watch up wouldn't allow me to win the Honda Cub, but since I wasn't going to keep it anyway, it's no great loss. And there you go. That is my brand new, bought it from Exquisite, not bought it refurb. SPB381 Prospex GMT diver. I believe this watch is also referred to as a MM200. I'm not really absolutely sure about that, so I'm not going to claim that, but I'll just throw that out there in case people are curious. Shout out again to Random Rob for letting me know about this event. You let a lot of people know about it, but that's how I found out about it. Shout out to Exquisite Timepieces, and especially Tyler. If you contact Exquisite Timepieces, I'll leave a link down in the description so you can check out their website. If you do end up calling on them or whatever, work with Tyler. Great guy. All the guys there are great. I've had conversations with all of them. This is not sponsored, by the way. Nick always treated my father really, really well, and I'll tell you something. If you didn't treat my father well, you never saw him again. Guarantee. Nick always treated my father well. Nick always treated me well. Tyler treated me well. So shout out to the crew there. But definitely go hit Tyler up. He knows his stuff. Anyway, I hope you found this video to be entertaining, informative, useful. If you did, please click that thumbs up button for me. It does help with the YouTube search algorithm. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to try to insult me, you are going to try to troll me, or you're going to leave links to bad places on the internet, I'm simply going to delete the comment and block the commenter. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. Or if you have not as yet, if you're a recurring viewer, but you have not as yet clicked the subscribe button, If you fall into one of those two categories, please click the subscribe button. It takes literally a microsecond, and it helps grow the channel. And I promise you, if you help me grow the channel, if I can get to 3,000 subscribers, there will be a very nice drawing at the end of that goal. And as I always say, don't forget to click the bell icon too, so when I do new material, you will be alerted to that. As I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy old world out there. And if you've been keeping up with current events, it's not getting any less crazy. In fact, it's getting worse. So please be careful out there. Stay safe. Be well. See you soon.